99% of men never do this. But interestingly, it's exactly what makes women feel naturally attracted. At first glance, this may seem like an exaggeration, but stop and think for a moment. How many men have you met who are attractive, confident, and even financially successful, but still find it difficult to build true and meaningful connections with women? The reality is that it's not about looks, money, or social status. What most men fail to realize are those small yet extremely powerful habits that make someone unforgettable. These are discrete behaviors that operate below the level of consciousness, silent signals that reach a woman's emotional core without her even realizing it. And the most frustrating part is that these habits aren't difficult to develop. They don't require expensive gifts, grand romantic gestures, or years of experience. They simply require awareness, intention, and a willingness to transcend the superficial standards in which so many men end up trapped. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 things women secretly desire, even if they rarely express it directly. These aren't those cliché flirting tips you've heard countless times. Instead, they are subtle psychological triggers rooted in human nature and the timeless wisdom of Stoicism that can completely transform how a woman sees you and perceives your presence. If you haven't yet grasped these principles, you're missing out on a type of attraction that lingers in her mind long after you're gone. And that's precisely the kind of attraction that truly matters. Not that fleeting interest that disappears as soon as you walk away, but the deep and lasting impression that makes her keep remembering you weeks or even months later. Before we continue, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the tips that can completely transform your life. Let's begin. The first secret: the power of touch before intimacy. Imagine you're on a date. The conversation is flowing naturally, you're both laughing, everything seems comfortable, but something's still missing. There's that subtle feeling that the connection hasn't fully developed yet. You walk her home, text her later, and then nothing. No response. This is precisely where most men make a mistake. They believe attraction is built solely through words, humor, interesting stories, or intelligent conversation. But human connection is far more complex than that. Women don't just connect with what you say, they also connect with what they feel when they're with you. Your energy, your presence, and your physical awareness make a difference. One of the most overlooked ways to strengthen this emotional connection is through touch. We're not talking about forced or aggressive touch, but contact that feels natural, respectful, and gentle. A light, non-sexual touch before intimacy can completely transform the dynamic between you. A gentle touch on her arm, a delicate hand on her lower back, or holding her hand for a few seconds. Small gestures like these can often communicate far more than countless words could. Without saying a word, they can silently convey, "I care about you. You are safe with me. I am completely present in this moment." The biggest mistake men make is creating expectations around touch. They reach out because they expect something in return, and women often perceive this intention almost immediately. Instead of creating comfort, this ends up creating pressure. But when a man can offer a touch without expecting anything in return, he immediately sets himself apart. He transforms into someone who conveys security, and security is the foundation of truly genuine attraction. Think about it. When you gently touch her arm while explaining something, or when you gently guide her through a crowd by placing your hand on her back, you are doing much more than simply creating physical contact. You are communicating that you are attentive, protective, and capable of handling the situation without losing awareness of her presence. It's a silent language that goes far beyond words, and it's a language to which women have responded instinctively for centuries. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what it means to be a good man. Be one." Stay calm, centered, and self-aware. Most men never truly understand this principle, and